Hey everybody, Jake here, and today we're going to take a look at another ink. Today it's going to be Organic Studio Ernest Hemminway Santiago Sea Blue. That is a mouthful. That is a little freaking long name, but a lot of these Organic Studio Writer series can be longer names. At least the three that I have certainly are. So as with all of these in this series, this is part of the Masters of Writing series. So you get the name of the individual it's based off of, the name of the ink, handmade in Maryland. You get a nice label with a picture of them, name, and then date of birth, date of death. A little small biography about them. You can pause it here if you'd like to read it, and their notable works. So fairly standard, to be honest, cheap feeling cardboard box, but I think it gets the job done and it kind of adds to the like a rustic appeal. Just label slapped over it. These are 55 milliliter bottles. They're $14, which is not bad for what you get. They're not exactly a budget ink. There's not a lot of value to them when you compare them to something like Diamine, where you can get 80 milliliters for $12. But it's still very, very nice ink, and I like these quite a bit. So, standard plastic bottle. Yeah, I know some people prefer plastic, but these have less of a chance of breaking. And while they don't look nearly as nice, I would probably keep it in its box anyway, for various reasons. So I wouldn't really see the bottle all that much. Super wide neck on these, one of my favorite features of the bottle. It's just super easy to fill from. It's easy for me to do my ink swabs from. Very nice. I have a few gripes with this ink. Somewhat similar to the, is it Walden Pond? Yeah, Walden Pond Blue. And that this is not a blue ink, to me. I'll go ahead and bring it out, so you can see kind of what it looks like when you write with it. This is Organic Studio Santiago Sea Blue. There is more sheening here than there is the actual color. So you're going to see more red when you write with this than you are blue, which is lovely. That's slightly sarcastic. So you get this nice, like, red, purple, burgundy kind of sheen with this bluish green color on the end. Now, they call that blue. They also call this blue. This is a lot more blue than this is. However, they also call this blue. This is not blue. This is somewhere between the Walden Pond blue and the Twilight blue. Kind of a mix. I would call it a blue-green. Call it whatever you want to, but I'd also call this just green. There's very little blue in there. This is blue. However, my favorite out of these inks is still the Walden Pond blue, because when I'm writing with it, you can actually see some of the color coming through. You can't do that on these. There's a hint of blue on the S. That's about it. It's just it's a little frustrating, but very minor gripe if you're into that color. I still like the color. It's almost like a black, but a lot more interesting to me. And the one thing that I cannot argue with at all is the flow of these inks. They are amazing. Let's go ahead and do a quick writing sample here. Oh, wonderful. I've already got ink on the page. Alright. So this is Organics Studio. Oh, this is a long name. I'm just going to write Ernest Hemminway. You can fill in the rest. Organic Studio Ernest Hemminway. And we'll do a few kind of loops for you. So this ink is, I think if it had a little bit less sheening, it would be beautiful. I really do like it a lot. We'll go do some dry tests. Again, these are very wet inks. I don't expect it to be dry in the 10 seconds that I normally do on these tests in, but very few are on this paper with this pen, so I'm not really going to count it against it. But I really like the flow of these a lot. A lot. It makes your pen feel significantly smoother than it usually is, and I really like smooth pens. So there's something very special that they just did on their Instagram. At least at the time of filming this video, it was yesterday. So they're rolling out 2 new inks, and I was able to, at least I'm pretty certain they didn't give me explicit confirmation, I was able to pick up a couple. So I'm looking forward to reviewing those before they hit the stores. Those will be probably not on the regular schedule. That's probably more than 10 seconds. It's still wet. Those probably won't be on the regular ink review schedule. They'll probably be like as soon as, I think I've got a good grasp on them. But you can see here, this is a beautiful color. It really is. It's showing up a little more green in real life on the page, but you can kind of get a grasp of it. It's still fairly close. You can see there's a tiny bit there, but really there's not a lot. You're mostly getting that sheen, that kind of red, burgundy, sheening color. And again, I love these inks. I look forward to trying more, but I don't know. It's just, you can't keep calling them all blue when they're not all blue. But it's a fantastic ink. If you don't have any of them, I wouldn't say go pick up all of them, but maybe pick up 1 or 2 that you like a lot. I haven't tried the nitrogen blue, so that's one I may look at in the future as well. But yeah, these are really good inks, really good value, really good flow. They're probably my favorite ink flow out of any inks that I've ever tried. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe if you want to catch more of these ink reviews that come out every Wednesday. Thanks, guys. Bye.